Victory, and welcome to Peru Central School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference Varsity Girls Basketball. Tonight, the Peru Central School Indians meet the Plattsburg High School Hornets in a battle for first place in Division I. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Goose, two of the three top teams in Division I, NCCS at 5-0, Peru Central at 5-0 in the CVAC, and Plattsburg High School at 4-1. It's the makings of a barn burner.
Yeah, it should be a real good game, Foxy. You know, you're going to see good play on both sides of the court. These two teams just played less than a week ago in the Orange Classic, so they're familiar what they can expect from each other.
In that game, Plattsburg High School 55, Peru 46. It was on the Hornets court, and also Peru Central played without Christy Muller. She's now been, we've been told she's out for the season, in fact, facing surgery this very day. In addition, several of the players were sick during the ball game for Peru Central. So there's that factor. Let's look at the players on each side, Goose. You've seen Plattsburg High School play a number of times. What are some of their keys?
Well, quite often I've seen them play, Foxy, and normally when you come in and you play a team, you only have to contend with one big player, okay? The Hornets got the luxury, they got two inside players, Kristen Moore and Laura Phillips, and they're real tough, Foxy. But what they have the luxury of, if you sag in defensively and cover them inside, they got the outside game. They got a newcomer this year, Michelle Fournier, and she has 17 three-pointers this year, Foxy. She can hit the three-pointers. They also have Jaja Capelet from last year. She handles the ball real well. She can hit the outside shot. And the Sullivan girl, she's real key in these types of games because nobody expects her to make those shots. And if you don't cover her, if she's open, she can make those shots. And she's had quite a few good games this year.
In fact, against Peru just last week, she had a huge first quarter, hit her first 4 shots, I think, to spur the Hornets to victory. From Peru Central, again, we'll state that Christy Muller is out for the season. That's a costly blow when you lose one of the tallest players in the CVAC. She had games of 16, 15, and 14, so to lose her is certainly costly to Coach Vince Conti of Peru. But they have 3 players that have stepped it up in her absence. Of course, Jenna Proctor. Proctor with 2 19-point games, and in the 5 CVAC games she's played, she's hit double figures each time. In addition, Angel Haynes has had games of 10, 8, 7, 6, and 6. So she's capable of some points and some strong rebounding and defense. And Aaron Provost has had 2 games in double figures, including their most recent CVAC game before the holiday break with 16 points for Provost. She can hit from the outside. So it looks like a real fun ball game. We're looking forward to it.
Let's mention one player that we forgot is the Dupree, Christy Dupree. Now, she might not score a lot, but boy, if she can make penetration towards the basket, that's where she causes a lot of problems, and she can dish off the ball to these young ladies, and she'll be looking for Jenna Proctor, you know, down inside. So we're going to see a good game, Foxy. Good game.
Okay, overall, both teams stand at 6 wins and 3 losses. We mentioned Vince Conti in his second year as a coach at Peru Central School, and the Plattsburg High School coach, a longtime girls basketball coach on the varsity level, and he's coached several other sports during the years at Plattsburg High, and that's Johnny Fountain. Johnny Fountain, assisted by Bill Myers. Rick Bruce will be the official announcer for this one. We're about set for tip-off. North Country Cable Network, happy to be here for Peru Central and Plattsburg High School.
Excellent.
Thank you, big boy. Rick Bruce with the announcement of the starting lineups.
Good evening. Peru Central School welcomes you to Big Blue Country, the home of the Indians, for tonight's game between the Lady Indians of Peru and the Lady Hornets of Plattsburg. A special Big Blue welcome to Foxy, Goose, and Flora of Foxy Vision, the North Country Cable Network. Also, Mr. Champagne,
That's nice of Spruce.
wish Mrs. Champagne a happy 31st anniversary.
All right. Mr. and Mrs. Champagne. John is the junior varsity coach, and a happy anniversary to them.
Entitled you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by our students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials and/or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable.
Ooh, Spruce with a little lecture for us, Goose.
We also remind you that laser pointers are prohibited. And now the starting lineup for the Lady Hornets. At guard, number 10, Shagda Kabula. At guard, co-captain, number 22, Michelle Fortier.
Fortier, a transfer student from Vermont and a real addition to Plattsburg High School. Kristen Moore, a senior.
Forward, number 32, Laura Phillips.
Phillips, a junior.
Co-captain, number 15, Keely Sullivan.
Sullivan, she must be a senior by now.
I think you're right, Doctor.
Assisted by Mr. Bill Myers. And now the starting lineup for our Lady Indians. At center, number 21, Jenna Proctor. At forward, number 51, Angel Hayes. At guard, captain, number 23, Christy Dupree.
And Dupree still isn't a senior. I said to her, you must be a senior by now. She shook her head. This is about her 5th year on varsity.
Aaron Provo.
Aaron Provost, 44, and Megan Conti, number 32.
Our national anthem.
Al Rose and Randy Lozier, the officials, and it's Jenna Proctor and Kristen Moore jumping at center. Phillips for Plattsburg, the ladies in black tonight. Inside pass knocked away. Cabalet looking for Moore on the inside, and a quick foul. Proctor with the steal and Moore with the foul.
Very quick foul, Foxy. And, the Hornets don't want, especially their big players, get in foul trouble early.
Christy Dupree runs the offense. The pass intended for Haynes hit the basket and up the floor. Now the Hornets with the basketball. Cabalet will run the offense for Coach John Fountain's Hornets. This is Sullivan. Moore, the shot. Short with the shot. Moore gets the ball back in the paint, puts in 2. Moore working hard, got the second shot. Plattsburg leads 2-0. Quickly down the floor and up and in is Angel Haynes. We are tied at 2 in what announcer Rick Bruce called the Big Blue Country. Fortier, Cabalet, inside again, and Moore with the shot. Proctor moved up and drew the foul. So Proctor and Moore even in fouls with 1.
And last time they played, the Peru Indians got in deep foul trouble, Foxy, and a few of them fouled out in the game, and so they can't get into foul trouble in this game.
And especially playing shorthanded as they are. A couple of players already were out with injuries, then to lose Christy Muller. Moore makes it a 3-2 Plattsburg lead. Pretty shooting from Moore, and it's 4-2 Plattsburg. Experienced ball handler in number 23, Christy Dupree. In front of the Hornet bench, this is Provost. Haynes, again the jumper. Inside, Moore and Proctor battle. As you would expect, a good rebounding battle between Moore and Proctor. That will go throughout the ball game when those two are on the floor. Also watch for Laura Phillips, number 32 for Plattsburg. She has to be among the league leaders in block shots. Dupree guarded by Fortier. Pick set by Provost. Dupree through traffic, and then Moore with the steal to Sullivan. The Hornets want to run. Cabalette shoots on the run and gets it. Jaja Cabalette shoots on the run, and it's Hornets 6 and Peru 2.
Boy, that was a beauty.
Conti for Peru. She passed on the jumper. I think she should have taken that one. Provost to the hoop, short with the shot. Battle for the rebound. Good battle there. It will be Peru ball under their own basket. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon, Laura Gagnon on camera. Al Rose, the official, hands it over to Angel Haynes. And blocked pass with the foot, so that resets the shot clock. 30-second shot clock. Haynes having trouble getting in, must be because of the feet of Phillips. Dupree inside, Proctor worked hard for the shot and gets the 2 points. 6-4 Plattsburg. We played about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Whee! There it is, her 18th of the season. And
what a big addition to get her this year, Foxy. You know, the outside shot, especially when you got, you know, big tall people down in the paint, you know, you can't slack up on them.
Dupree shot offline, but Angel Haynes there for 2. And that, the 3-point shot, of course, by Michelle Fortier, number 22, Plattsburg. And boy, if she gets open, she will pop it. She's open again, tries another, rolls the rim, doesn't go. Peru, always known as a quick team. Haynes down the floor, will get it, foul Cabalette. Big first quarter for Angel Haynes. And her parents are just to our left, and they're doing some videotaping. They went in the Peru press box. We're in the visitors press box, I guess, for the ball game, and we worked that out. And Angel Haynes, 6 points already, 6 of the Peru 8. Going for the tie is Angel Haynes. Sullivan for Plattsburg. 2 Indians back. Nice pass, threaded the needle to Fortier. Oh, good use of the body by Fortier there. No call. No call. And it's Peru ball. Provost runs the floor. Gets the ball to Conti. Nice shuffle pass. And a held ball called as Proctor went to the hoop. Possession arrow to Peru. Peru ball under their own basket. Plattsburg won the freshman game. Congratulations to the modified A coach. I say freshman, but it's modified A basketball. Chris Hartman with the win, and he's a graduate of Peru Central, so that must have been a tasty victory for Coach Hartman. His team won against his alma mater. It's his first year of coaching at Plattsburg. And in the junior varsity contest, Karen Sherman's junior varsity Hornets won also over Peru. So Plattsburg going for the sweep in this one. They lead 9-8 in the first quarter. Some sloppy play, Goose, though, from both sides. A 3-on-1. Dupree, what a move! Dupree penetrated and made the first the move, then the pass, and Proctor completed the play. 10-9 Peru lead. First quarter midway through, and a two-pointer by Jaja Cabalette. Cabalette with 4, Moore with 4, and Fortier with 3. And it's Hornets 11, Indians 10. Conti. Dupree to the basket. Rebound Moore, she's tied up. And gets it out to Sullivan. Sullivan all the way. Provo stepped up to stop the dribble. This is Fortier. Moore open.
Good ball movement there until they found the open player. They found more in the paint, and she had an easy shot.
She has a six-pack, and it's the Lady Hornets 13, the Lady Indians 10. This will be a hard-fought contest all the way, and I hate to keep picking on the injuries of Peru, playing almost short-handed because of those injuries, but keep in mind, they also lost during the off-season, during the summer, Dorothy Albright to Westport.
That's right. Oh, there's
A beauty. Was that Provost? 44. Provost. And it's 13-12. Fortier in the right spot. Tried the little pass to.
I think she should have went up with the shot there.
I agree with you, Goose. Looked for a little bit closer, but anytime you're within 4 feet of the basket, you have to put it up.
Go right up, and she's being unselfish. She's trying to get an assist. Sometimes you got to take that shot.
Bridget Trombley into the game. She's number 52, and right in front of us, Fortier draws the foul. Now we might add, this is Michelle Fortier, Jill Fortier.
Coming into the game for her sister.
Number 30 enters the ball game. This is her first appearance for Plattsburg High School. She's been out with a knee injury, and she's available, Coach Fountain told me, in just in spurts, maybe about a 3-minute spurt, and then she has to come out. So they're really testing it tonight, see how it goes.
Well, I've watched her on the bench. She hasn't been able to play, and boy, I tell you, she keeps the team pumped up, I think it was a big plus having her over on the bench, and, she keeps the team moving.
Kayleen McCool to the basket. She traveled. She tried the move that Christy Dupree had done a few minutes ago. Kayleen McCool, number 5, in for Peru. Plattsburgh substitution, Kathy Ellen Davis, number 31. So Plattsburgh now with Jill Fortier, Sullivan, Davis, Moore, and Phillips. Sometimes called the Twin Towers of Phillips and Moore. Phillips, you'll like to see her being aggressive. Take it to the hoop.
And I see that this team is a little more aggressive than this year, and I wonder if it has to do with these girls that came over from Vermont, because they're aggressive players, and maybe it's carrying over to the other players, Foxy.
Maybe so. Phillips at the line.
Boy, it's good to see them make the foul shots tonight, Foxy. Their last game against Malone, I think they were like 4 of 15. Hey, almost knocked off a top team in Malone, and they lost at the foul line.
Well, they're 3 for 3 in the first quarter. 2:21 to play in the first quarter. Plattsburgh 14 and Peru 12. Now 15-12, and the Hornets a perfect 4 for 4 from the line. The Hornets apply the full court pressure defense, and Haynes traveled. And that's what the defense will do. They'll make the other team make mistakes.
Not necessarily steal the ball, but causing the other team to press a little bit and make those kind of mistakes.
When I played, I hated a team that would full court press me. I hated it, Goose. I like to just take my time going up. You might be able to glance over at the cheerleaders or something while you were bringing the ball up. And you couldn't do that. There was no time for looking at the crowd when there was a full court press on. Moore gets the rebound, spin move, and sinks it.
That's a nice one. Boy, they're battling. They're getting second and third shots, Foxy, and that's a key.
17-12. A steal. Phillips, she might go for the dunk.
I thought she was going to dunk it.
I thought Phillips was going to slam and jam. Now Lee Christensen on the court for Peru as Coach Conti using all of his players in the first quarter. Right now, it's Dupree, Provost, Proctor, Haynes, and Christensen.
Oh, nice look there.
Nice find, and Haynes gets it. And Haynes has 8 points. She must be a senior by now. We'll check because her parents aren't far away. It's 19-14 Plattsburgh. Rebound, Moore up high for that one. Oh, Moore playing hard.
Hey, the Hornets, if they do the outside shot, if it doesn't go in, they know that they got two teammates that can crash the boards.
Goose Moore with 10 points in the first quarter. Dupree three-point range, takes it closer, shoots and misses. Sullivan there. Sullivan off the floor, gets it to Moore. The other side, Phillips was open, travel called. There's a case maybe doing a little too much.
I think she saw Phillips and she was going to try to get it to her, but it was a little bit late.
Davis, Moore, 40er, that's the Jill variety, all applying pressure. Christensen past everyone. Christensen down the floor. Fine, nice find of Proctor. Proctor gets two. We've got a battle brewing.
She was sick when she played against the Hornets, Foxy. She had to be sick. She's playing a real good game so far tonight.
Yes, Proctor against the Hornets during the Orange Classic had 8 points only. She has 6 so far in this one. 40er to the hoop, missed the shot, rebound Phillips.
How many second shots have the Hornets got tonight?
Numerous.
Yep.
And the inside game, Moore with 10 and Phillips with 6. The outside game, Kabalev 4 and Michelle Fortier 3.
Whoa.
Phillips fouls Dupree.
I thought it was a clean block from here, but Randy was a little bit closer than me.
And that's just the first foul. Only 9 seconds on the clock. Christy Dupree at the foul line. Whoa, that's unusual. She missed it all. The Lady Indians 0 for 2 from the foul line. And now 1 for 3. And it's 23-17. 9 seconds. To the hoop. Phillips shot, no. Might get one more, no. And Dupree will help Phillips up. It was at the buzzer. Phillips says, how about the foul? It was after the buzzer. And Laura Phillips should just turn around and head to the bench. It's not a player's place to talk to the officials.
Boy, you're tough tonight, Fox.
Well, I tell it like it is. After 1, the score on the North Country Cable Network scoreboard is Plattsburg High School 23 and Peru Central 17. Second quarter underway. Coach Fountain sends Jill Fortier, Sullivan. Oh, nice backdoor to Sullivan and complete.
Boy, that was pretty, Boxer. Just how you draw it up on the board.
Sullivan in the book. Now a steal. Jill Fortier with the
2 points of the season.
And we were here. We were here. Dupree guarded by Davis. Baseline. Christensen to Haynes. Oh, nice attack of the basket, and Christensen made that play. And they quickly tie up Phillips. The Hornet fans getting a little antsy, and Coach Fountain as well, about some of these calls that they want as fouls, and the officials see them as just a held ball or good clean steal. Provost, Dupree.
Good defense.
Dupree in the paint, won't go, rebound, and a slap called. I think that'll be on Proctor. Or Dupree. Maybe Dupree got called for the foul, and that's her first. 1 minute into the second quarter. Plattsburg with a 10-point lead. Sullivan, 2! It's 29-17.
Boy, what a luxury you got when you got an inside game and an outside game, Foxy. You don't know how to play it defensively.
That's right. Davis down the floor to Phillips. She takes it to the hoop. Ball bounced around. It'll be Peru ball. Peru will bring it up the floor. And they are down by a 12-pack. Vince Conti coaches Peru Central, and John Fountain coaches Plattsburg High School, assisted by Bill Myers. Dupree all the way, and she passed up a shot. She had a chance, but instead she tried to dish off, and a 20-second timeout called by Coach Vince Conti gives us a chance to commend the CVAC lady swimmers. We did some videotaping of girls swimming. In fact, we did the Section 7 championships at Plattsburg State Memorial Pool, I guess they call that. But Peru's Lindsay Ortel was selected by the Press Republican as the top swimmer and the leader among the CVAC swimming stars. And we'll just read a list of who the press picked. All different schools, but many of them Peru Central and also Plattsburg High School among the top. But Lindsay Ortel, Hillary Stockbridge, Leela Forrence, who's an 8th grader at Stafford Middle School, Kelly Rabidou, Melissa McCormick, Nikki Labarge, Jody Goldenberg, Whitney Robarge, Heather Sackett, Ashley Paul Hemus, Jocelyn Lacombe, another foul called, Alexis Hammock, who not only swam great but sang a great national anthem at the championships, Samuel Meacham, Emily Stahl, Brandy Stoddard, Kendra Kramer, Melanie Lopez, Ann Campbell, Aaron Lynch, Deanna Ashline, Gail Purrier, now starring in basketball for Ausable Valley, Vandy Lee, Heather Lindsay, Lauren Martin, and Cara Bordeaux. What a group of girl CVAC swimmers. A 1-on-1 situation for Peru, and Christy Dupree hits that. She's 2 for 3 from the line, and it's an 11-point Plattsburg lead. Cut to 10. Plattsburg led by 6 after 1. But they scored the first 6 points of the second quarter. Davis to Michelle, 40-er three-pointer. Rebound. Dupree down the floor to Haynes. Haynes all the way, and a charge is called. So Haynes called for the foul. Credit Michelle Fortier with the defense.
Boy, that was gutsy by her. She's got 2 fouls on her already, Foxy. And boy, she slipped right in there and drew the charge.
Peru with a zone defense, and they move it with Haynes, Proctor, Provost, Dupree, and Christensen. And the zone gives a chance for some outside shooting for Plattsburg, but they'll have to hit them. Peru down by 10 with 5:25 to play in the second. Aaron Provost. Haynes from the outside. That's a 2-pointer.
She's keeping them right in this game, Foxy.
Absolutely. Haynes with 10 points. Moore nails that one.
She had to have spaghetti before.
Why do you say that?
Because that was our lucky move, Foxy.
It sure was.
Because, boy, she is on fire.
Look at Coach Fountain right down on his knees praying and everything. I'm telling you, Johnny's into the ball game tonight. He's right down on his knees in front of that bench. And it's Phillips out and Beth O'Neill in for Plattsburg to the line. That's the second foul on who was called with the foul. Second foul on Kathy Ellen Davis. Dupree
using his bench quite a bit tonight, Foxy. Another luxury they have is they're deep on the bench.
Dupree hits 1 of 2. Plattsburg 31, Peru 22. Michelle Fortier hits a 3!
I'll tell you, boy. Keep throwing them up, Foxy.
Now, I think she's a senior.
Yes, she is.
And her sister Jill is
A junior.
junior. Okay. Oh, nice backdoor.
Nice. Boy, that was beauty. They set that up nice.
Provost to Proctor. Proctor now with 8 points. 34-24. Coach Conti switching his defense now, goes to a lady-to-lady defense. O'Neal, Sullivan, back to O'Neal, knocked away. Nice bounce pass to Moore at the foul line. And rebound by Aaron Provost. Peru looking for a comeback in the second quarter. Touchdown pass to Proctor for 2. Proctor and Haynes combining for 20 points. They've got 10 apiece. 34-26. Biggest lead was 12. It's now 8 and a travel call. So the Hornets might need a timeout to get things organized because Peru with the momentum right now. Oh, Fortier tried for the steal. This is Dupree, coast to coast, all the way in. Oh, a block called.
I thought that was a travel.
And Randy Lozier felt there was contact made. I think Randy felt there was contact made that caused the travel. That's my opinion as a fan in the stands, and even when we do the games, we're fans in the stands. Well, Christy Dupree has had 6 foul shots already in the game, and she's at the line for the bonus situation. Cabalette re-enters for Plattsburg, replacing Michelle Fortier. 3.5 to play, second quarter. Megan Conti will re-enter for Peru Central. Dupree with that one. Dupree now with 5 points, all from the foul line. Conti in and Provost out for the Lady Indians. That's a violation, crossing the line too soon. And more substitutions. It gives us a chance at the officials' table. Rick Bruce, the PA announcer and official timer, and Jill Conti is the official scorer tonight. Jill Conti, who is rivaling our own Laura Gagnon for this year's CVAC Scorekeeper of the Year. As we know, Laura is the defending champion of the CVAC scorekeeping ranks, but Jill Conti, one of the top ones in the CVAC, and we wish her the best of luck. She's quite a scorekeeper. I worked with her last week in the absence of Laura Gagnon. A 3-second call here against Plattsburg. Coach Conti sends Proctor and Provost back in. So a lot of substitutions on both sides to keep those fresh players out there. And the lead has been cut to 7. It was at 12 early in the second quarter. 3 minutes to play. Travel called. Peru turnover. Plattsburg ball. We might mention also at the scorer's table, Barb Wheeler is the Plattsburg High School scorekeeper. Not only a good scorekeeper, but a poet as well. This is Jill Fortier right in front of us. Past Provost. Oh, ball stolen by the Indians. Dupree, but 3 Hornets are back. She challenges everybody. She was looking to draw a foul. She didn't draw the foul, but Aaron Provost did on the putback. 34-27. Don't ever count the Peru Indians out of a ball game, whether it's girls basketball or boys basketball, especially in the Indians' teepee.
I'm not making no stop shots, Foxy.
Moore in and O'Neal out for the Lady Hornets. Lindsay Myers is in for Plattsburg High School. Who was that shooting? Dupree again? No, Aaron Provost. And so we have a timeout. 2:51 to play in the second quarter, and the score on the North Country Cable Network scoreboard is Plattsburg High School 34 and Peru Central 29. And we salute our player of the game, Debbie Defense Davis. It's her birthday on this very day. She played a great JV game. She's our player of the game. Plattsburg trying hard to get the ball up the floor. Myers to the hoop. You like those shoes Myers is wearing?
Those are the new Jordans. When we get a chance, we're going to get a close-up of them, Foxy.
There they are. We got the look right now. Those are made for the year 2000 and beyond, I'll tell you that.
Good defense by Peru.
Peru with the comeback. Foul, it'll count! A big second quarter for Peru. They've rebounded. They were down by 12. They've cut it to 3. And Christy Dupree goes to the foul line. Now she has 7 points in the ball game, 6 of those in this second quarter. The lead cut to 3 with 2:18 to play. Oh, another violation. Now Christy's so experienced, she should never do that. You don't want to make, and that could be huge in a close ball game.
That's right.
To take a foul shot away like that. So Peru has stepped up its defense on Plattsburg. We have a 3-on-2 here, and Myers pops it. Rebound Dupree. A 2-on-3. Dupree passed everybody and gets it. So
Beautiful.
The veteran Christy Dupree taking charge in this second quarter and showing some leadership, and the lead is cut to 1. The Hornets have squandered and a 12-point lead. It's down to 1. Jill Fortier. Laura Phillips, backdoor to Sullivan, but Proctor got in the way. Nice dish to Moore. She missed the shot. Now,
They set it up nice, but they're not making their shots in the second quarter.
right, where did Plattsburgh's scoring go? Moore with just 2. She had 10 in the first quarter.
Steal by the Hornets.
Phillips with no points in the second quarter. She had 6 in the first. Sullivan, it rolls the rim. Loose ball, everybody's on it, and a held ball called. Phillips slow to get up. She hit hard on her right knee. Plattsburgh takes the timeout with 1:13 to play in the second quarter. Just before halftime, let me tell you, the score is Plattsburgh High School 34 and Peru Central 33. Plattsburgh will bring it in following their timeout. Phillips looks, gets it to Jill Fortier. And nice dish from Fortier to Moore. She missed the shot. Scramble for the ball. Phillips looks for help, gets it out, but yep, Jill Fortier got to it. Myers, Phillips baseline, gets the 2. Phillips with her first points of the second quarter. She has 8 in the ball game.
I'll tell you, the Hornets scrapped for that bucket, boy. They hustled. They went diving on the floor to get that bucket.
Good ball movement,
Yeah.
Peru, and Provost
We got a
finishes
good
the
game.
play.
Good game, man.
Set for play. Peru ball, and they open with Dupree, Provost, Conti, Proctor, and Haynes, their starting 5. Try to go backdoor to Proctor, gets the shot off. Good put back, and it counts, and Peru takes the lead.
Good second effort down there. She didn't make the first one. Went back up and wrestled for the ball. Went up, made the shot, got fouled.
Plattsburgh opens the second half with their starting 5 of Michelle Fortier, Phillips and Moore, Sullivan and Cabalet. Nice balanced scoring from Peru in the first half. 10 from Proctor. She now has 13. Dupree with 9 and Haynes with 12. And it's a held ball as Moore made her turn. For Plattsburgh in the first half, Moore with 12 and Phillips with 10.
Open shot. They found her. Moore.
And Moore now with 14, and we are tied at 40.
Those are good numbers. I like 40.
Goose's high school football jersey, folks. Megan Conti, pass to Haynes, and Moore was there defensively. Plattsburgh wants to run, it's Cabalet. Peru gets back defensively. This is Moore. In. Kristen Moore with 4 quick third quarter points.
She's having a good game tonight, Foxy.
Cabalet for Plattsburg, and they try the back door. Sullivan there for 2.
Beautiful. Good line by Moore to Sullivan. Good ball movement.
Sullivan now with 6 in the ball game. Plattsburg outscored Peru 23-17 in the first quarter. Peru outscored Plattsburg by 5 in the second quarter, 20-15. Moore and Proctor with the block, and Coach Fountain wanted the foul. Al Rose and Randy Lozier are the officials, and they're letting them play. 44-40 Plattsburg. Turnaround Proctor. Putback Proctor. More for Plattsburg. Sullivan again on the run. Cabalet.
Oh, she got away with a double dribble.
I thought so.
Now Moore.
Somehow she found Kristen Moore, and Moore gets it in, and we have a timeout for Peru Central. 5:28 remaining in the third quarter, and Plattsburg High School 46 and Peru Central 40. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Goose Gagnon. Laura Gagnon is our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. Thanks to Ken Musso and Musso Development for their support of our efforts. Plattsburg High School coached by John Fountain, assisted by Bill Myers. Also on the bench, Karen Sherman, the junior varsity coach, and Chris Hartman, the modified A coach. Conti blocked by Phillips. Battle for the ball, and Plattsburg wins that one. Peru Central coached by Vince Conti and assisted by John Champagne, the junior varsity coach. Jill Conti is the official scorer, and a good one in the CVAC. Of course, Peru's own Rick Bruce is the official timer. And he's Section 7's official timer. We might add that. Just as Goose, you're a Section 7 official shot clock. Official shot clock, man. And do you enjoy that, being on the shot clock under all that pressure, Goose?
Oh, I like the pressure. I like the pressure.
You have one of the best seats in the house besides, and you don't have to pay to get in. Dupree for Trombley. Trombley wrestles it away and gets it back to Dupree. Inside for Conti, knocked away. It'll be Plattsburg ball. Peru wants to get a shot at the basket every time down. That's a must.
And Plattsburg has stepped up their defense a little bit in this third quarter, Foxy, causing turnovers, but they got to convert them over the points.
When they met in the Orange Classic, Plattsburg won by 9. However, they got off to a quick start, and Peru Central actually won the battle of the second half. Peru Central outscored Plattsburg in the second half of that game. In this one, Plattsburg jumped out for the first quarter lead. Peru came back in the second quarter. Peru was down by 1. They led for a moment in this third quarter. Again, back door. Sullivan missed it. Phillips up high for the rebound, and it'll be Peru ball. The Peru Lady Indians against the Plattsburg Lady Hornets. This is Conti, gets it to Proctor. Provost from the outside, a good shooter. She rattles the rim. Nice rebound, Proctor.
Boy, she's hitting the boards in the second half, Foxy.
Proctor with all 5 of Peru's points in the third quarter. She has 15 in the ball game. 46-42 Plattsburg. Michelle Fortier with a couple of three-pointers in her back pocket. Phillips to the hoop. Scores! Phillips now with a 12-pack of points. 48-42.
Steal. Sullivan.
Gets it up the floor. Cabalet. Jumper. No. Rebound, Moore, foul.
Hey, entertaining game here, Foxy. Very entertaining.
Are you glad we're here?
Oh, I'm happy we're here.
You were waiting for this one. We like this gym anyway. It's a cozy, comfortable gym. We like to come to the Indians teepee. Moore at the foul line. Too hard on that one.
Got to make those foul shots, Foxy.
I was waiting for you to say that, Goose.
You'll be happy if she makes this one 50%.
If you hit 1 for 2, for me you hit 1 for 2. Oh, 0 for 2 on that one. She's 2 for 4 in the ball game, still shooting 50%. But every time you go, you like to get 1 of 2. Fortier with the steal and tosses it to Cabalet. It'll go!
Oh, yeah. Big bucket there, Foxy.
Did you see the ball movement? First the steal, then the great tip on the run by Fortier. Cabalet was there. She moved, she grooved, she put it up, she scored.
Mickey McDonald, she's out, put her on the volleyball team.
And we're doing some volleyball. I worked with Andy Sager, the science major, for one game, and that was fun. Plattsburg by 8 now, with 3:30 to play in the third quarter. Plattsburg now by 9. So that lead that was in Peru hands by 1 momentarily in this third quarter has vanished, and it's Plattsburg by 9. They've really gone on a run. Coach Condi takes the timeout. Plattsburg outscoring Peru 13-5 in the third quarter. All 5 Peru points by Jenna Proctor.
Well, actually, the Hornets won the first quarter, the Indians the second quarter. So far in the third quarter, the Hornets are winning this quarter. So it might be one of these back and forth type of games.
The last foul was on Christy Dupree, and that is her third, so we'll have to watch that as well. Well, did you have a nice New Year's Eve and see the millennium come in, Goose? Did you have a nice time?
I had a nice time. I won the Millennium SpaghettiOs, Foxy.
You even won a prize on New Year's Eve.
You betcha.
Well, let me tell you, we had a quiet evening on New Year's Eve, a few friends over. I know we don't know too many people, but we had our few friends over and we packed the house and had fun. Provost has scored in every quarter, and she has 8 in the ball game.
And a big bucket by Peru. They needed that bucket. And Peru won't go away, Foxy. They're right there in striking distance.
Haynes gets it to Lee Christensen and back to Angel Haynes. She bounce passes to Megan Conti. Conti up the floor to Jenna Proctor. Batted away by Michelle Fortier. She's pesky like an ant at a picnic, I'll tell you that.
She's a hustler. She's a hustler.
Moore with the steal, and Proctor called for the foul. That's her second foul. Plattsburg by 7. We're in the third quarter at Peru Central School. North Country Cable Network. Happy to be here for varsity girls basketball. Fortier on the run, and she was fouled. Oh, and if Proctor stepped up for that one, that would be her third. Yes, it is on Proctor. Coach Condi hated to hear those numbers called, and that's 3 on her. He has his hands on his hips along the Peru bench.
You don't want her to pick up her 4th foul in this quarter.
He's thinking about a substitution, and Michelle Fortier is at the foul line for Plattsburg. Plattsburg missing foul shots in the third quarter. Goose just 1 of 4 now.
And that's what haunted them in their last game, Foxy.
They were 4 for 4 in the first half. Seven points for Michelle Fortier now. Fortier had 21 in the game against Beekmantown.
Good defense by the Hornets here, Foxy. They haven't even got it up for it.
Steal, Sullivan, no, and oh, right over the top. It's Phillips over the top of Haynes. So Phillips
She's gonna get tagged with the foul.
That's probably her third. Jill Fortier in. She'll probably play the rest of this third quarter as Jaja Cadillac comes out. Beth O'Neill will enter the ball game for Plattsburg. She replaces Phillips, who just picked up her third. Plattsburg by 8. Final couple minutes of the third quarter. O'Neill guards Haynes. Proctor squares the basket. Did what she's supposed to. Moore with the block shot. Some of these players on the floor right now, like Haynes and Proctor and Dupree of Peru, and for Plattsburg, Moore, O'Neill, Sullivan, they've seen each other time after time, Peru and Plattsburg, time after time battle. Provost to the bucket. Baseline won't go. Fortier there. Knocked away, but looked like Sullivan got hit in the head. I think Randy Lozier was just taking his eyes off the play just for a moment and just missed the hook. 1:45 to play in the third quarter. And Sullivan ties up Proctor.
Possession to Peru.
Bridget Trombley into the ball game for Peru. Trombley to Christensen. Haynes steps up for it. Haynes scoreless in this third quarter. She had 12 points in the first half. So they've tightened up the defense on Haynes.
That's a reset.
See, I didn't see a kick there. To me, that was the ball was pushed against Fortier's foot.
But it was a kick. It's a reset.
I know it's a. I know, Goose, that they're going to reset it, but Goose, did you see it as a kick, or was the ball thrown at her foot?
I saw it as a kick.
You did. You thought Michelle brought her foot up to kick it. Okay.
You know, to block it from being
okay, I didn't see it that way, but that's okay. I don't have to ref. Turnover, Peru and Plattsburg up the floor, and Jill Fortier just drove right into some traffic. Kathy Ellen Davis into the ball game. Her sister Debbie Defense Davis played in the junior varsity contest. Another nice game, and Debbie's birthday. Happy birthday to Debbie Davis. We're in our Indians TP press box, having a great time. Provost up the floor. Christensen, and Sullivan stepped in between. Sullivan gets a lot of floor time, doesn't she?
Well, yeah. And she's a hustler. She handles the ball well, and she makes outside shots. You know, she can rebound. She's tough.
Yes, good all-around player. She doesn't make a lot of headlines, but certainly a solid player. She has 6 points tonight.
Team player.
Plattsburg. 3 Indians back. Kathy Ellen Davis with the ball. Sullivan, now Jill Fortier. She shuffles it to O'Neill. O'Neill missed the shot. Good position under the basket by Angel Haynes of Peru. 29 seconds. Plattsburg by 8. It'll take a fourth quarter comeback for the Peru Indians to win this one.
A lot of steals by the Hornets in this quarter, Foxy.
Kathy Ellen Davis with 13 seconds. Fortier cut off nicely by Christensen. 6 seconds. Fortier steps back, fires it up. And we played 3.
Down to one more quarter, Foxy. Hang on.
8 minutes. After 3, the score on the North Country Cable Network scoreboard is Plattsburg High School 52 and Peru Central 44. Plattsburg ball with 8 minutes to play, and Peru will need an 8-point comeback to tie it. Phillips re-enters the game, takes the shot. Inside, loose ball, hot potato, and possession arrow to Peru. Plattsburg outscores Peru in the third quarter 14-7 to up the lead to an 8-point differential. Dupree all the way down, and shot nullified by a foul call just prior to the shot. It'll be Peru ball under their own basket. Foul called on Plattsburg Sullivan, just her first. Provo short on the shot. And we've played about 30 seconds of this final quarter. Ooh, John Fountain saw something. What's that all about, Goose? What would he call a timeout for in this situation? He saw something, but not sure what.
Full timeout, so he's got a lot to say.
Did you get some Christmas presents, Goose?
Oh, yes, I'm wearing one today.
Too bad we can't show that.
Oh, wow.
His official North Country Cable Network t-shirt, or, well, better than a t-shirt, official announcing shirt.
Jeez, Foxy, yeah.
Can you get a shot of this?
It's under my contract.
All right, part of the contract, if we were going to get you for another season, you had to get some new clothing.
That's right. I had that slid in the fine print.
He's in stitches because that's Brad Graves over there did a bunch of these shirts for us, and we found that in your stocking. Way to go, Goose. Way to go, Goose. I'll tell you what, North Country Cable Network happy to be here in the Indians Teepee, and of course a lot of supportive parents and relatives are here as well. They love to be shown on TV. I'll tell you what, they're calling Laura a lot of names under their breath right now. But it's always great. You get out to the ball game. It's fun to do. It beats just sitting at home, unless you're watching Falcon Cable Channel 5, one of our previous games. But otherwise, get out and support high school sports and youth sports. A lot of fun activities, and that's why we come out. I mean, we don't have any kids playing, Goose. We like this. A lot of fun. Sullivan. Oh, I thought she was going to take the jumper. Unselfish as she is, she hit more in the paint. Ooh, that's Dupree. That's her fourth. Lee Christensen will come into the game with 7:23 to play. Christy Dupree exits. 4 fouls. Michelle Fortier to Moore. Nice shot. Moore finds that spot. She's very comfortable from that spot.
Oh, steal by the Hornets.
First points of the fourth quarter. And Moore now has 20 in the ball game. Moore from long distance. It's in. Oh, my! Wow.
They got to get up on it. Hey, nobody came out to guard her, Foxy. They're saying, take the shot. Well, she did, and she's canning them.
What is she, about 6'2"? Is Moore about 6'2"? I'd say she's about 6'2". I'll give Phillips about 6'1", I'd say. But the senior, Kristen Moore, we've watched her develop as a basketball player since modified basketball, and she's really come on strong. She was an all-star last year. She must have been. I don't have the official paperwork in front of me, but I'm sure she was an all-star last year. Goose, we were there for the announcements, in fact, wasn't it, at the Saranac Gymnasium?
That's right. Division I, I believe Laura Phillips and Kristen made the all-star team. And then the overall all-stars, I think Kristen made that.
Well, good memory, Goose. That's going back to all last basketball season. You remembered all that.
Well, of course, I keep the things fresh in my ticker box.
With around 7 minutes to play in the third quarter, it's Plattsburg 56 and Peru 44. So Plattsburg has that 12-point lead again, and that's their biggest lead of the ball game. That matches a lead they had in the second quarter, sometime along early in the second quarter. they had that lead.
And when they had that lead, they kind of relaxed and didn't play as aggressive as what they came out and started the game with. So it'll be interesting to see. They got to stay aggressive.
Christensen for Peru. Cabalette guards her. Aaron Provost. Megan Conti. I ran into Megan Conti in the doctor's office. Both of us were sick earlier, well, that was late last week. Proctor with the shot. Moore was there. Haynes underneath the basket. She fouled? What's the foul called? Cavalette called for a hold under the Peru basket, and Angel Haynes is going to bring it in. That's the fourth Plattsburg foul of the second half. Right now, Peru has Conti. I hope she remembers to take the rest of her medicine. You have to take that medicine 10 days or it's to get a relapse. It's Conti, Christensen, Provost, Haynes, and Proctor. This is more for Plattsburg. 40er to 40er play catch on the perimeter. Plattsburg can afford to take their time, but you don't want to get out of your game plan.
That's it.
Using the shot clock, it's at 10, and Moore was fouled by Proctor. That's her fourth now.
That's big trouble now.
So Dupree and Proctor both with 4. Plattsburg leads by 12 with 6:10 to play in the ball game.
And I think they're taking her out, but boy, I'd almost be tempted to leave her in.
And I agree with you. I would be very tempted to leave her in because you need to make the comeback, and it's a lot harder to have a comeback with her on the bench. Moore now with 21 points. That's her season high.
You got 2 of your starters on the bench right now with 4 fouls.
Moore gets it back. Sullivan, new. Moore attacked the basket, but she'll be called for a foul over the top.
Well, good aggressive play on her part. I like seeing that. I wouldn't get upset with that foul.
And she had some fouls to give. It's just her second foul of the ball game. 6 minutes to play, Goose. Plattsburg by 13. Peru has to attack. Oh, they throw it away.
I think Coach Connie has to come back and put his 2 starters in, Christy Dupree and Jenna Proctor. I think they got him. If it was a little closer game, I'd say
try to buy some time.
That's right, but you can't let this get too far out of hand.
Peru with a steal here. Plattsburg getting back nicely defensively tonight. Conti pops the shot, base of the rim, and Michelle Fortier there. Gets the ball to Keely Sullivan. She goes end to end. Laura Phillips back to Sullivan, stolen by Provost. Sloppy play over the last minute. 13-point lead for Plattsburg, cut to 11. Angel Haynes cuts it to 11.
She had a strong game.
Yes, that's just her only points, though, of the second half, though, was right there. She has 14 in the ball game. Michelle Fortier in traffic. It'll be Plattsburg ball under their own basket, and Coach Conti wants another timeout. With 4:49 to play in the fourth quarter, the score is Plattsburg 57 and Peru 46. Plattsburg ball. Oh, foul called here. Al Rose and Randy Lozier, the officials for this one. You're watching varsity girls basketball from Peru Central School. 1-on-1 situation for Michelle Fortier. She's 1 for 2 from the foul line. Proctor with the rebound. Plattsburg tries to tie her up, and she gets it to Haynes. Proctor fouled. She has a chance to get the lead down to single digits. Is she going to the foul line? No, she isn't. No, that's just the sixth. Oh, they call it a shooting foul.
Shooting foul.
Okay, she hits 2 here. The lead's cut to 9. Anything can happen.
That's right.
4:35 to play. That's an eternity for a coach who's watching the lead shrink.
Would that make you nervous when you coach?
Yes. You'd start watching that clock, you'd wonder if they're even moving it. Proctor now 2 for 2 from the foul line. 16 points in the game for Proctor. She's had 2 19-point games.
Good
Nice shooting.
Good foul shooting.
She's 3 for 3 from the line on the night, and 57-48. The lead is down to a single digit. It's at 9.
Oh, nice.
Phillips to Moore. The lead is back to double digits. Moore with a big ball game tonight. 12 points in the first half, 13 in the second half. Proctor and Dupree both in with 4 fouls. Phillips with a scowl on her face after that play, and Plattsburg turns it over. 59-48 Plattsburg. Plattsburg's led all the way, except for a few seconds in the third quarter to start the second half. It's been a spirited battle as well.
Yes, I have.
More underneath. Okay, we did a quick battery change. We didn't even lose 2 seconds. 59-48 Plattsburg with 3:25 to play. Phillips, steal by Haynes. I thought that was a double dribble.
Oh,
Haynes all the way. Charge call on Angel Haynes. And who is that injured? Jaja? Jaja Cabalet is injured. Timeout called. Her back. Coach Fountain out onto the court. With 3 minutes and 3 minutes and 17 seconds to play. We have timeout on the court. Plattsburg with the 11-point lead, 59-48. We're in the fourth quarter, and we have an injury timeout, Jaja Cabalet, and we certainly hope everything is okay for Jaja. And it's been about a 5-minute delay where Jaja stayed right flat on her stomach. And from the stands, Dr. Orkin is there, her back to us, and with her hand around Jaja, that is Dr. Orkin. And thank goodness someone here with some, real medical knowledge, because with a back injury or potential back injury, you don't take a chance.
I've seen some smiles down there.
Good.
So that's a good sign right there.
3 of the Hornet coaches there, Karen Sherman, the junior varsity coach, Bill Myers talking to her now, the assistant varsity coach, and John Fountain to the right, along with Dr. Orkin and Jaja Cabalet, the injured player. The game has been stopped at this point now for about 6 minutes. And hopefully soon Jaja will be on her feet, and looks like they're going to try to get her up now. And you can do this with more confidence when you have a doctor there. Good. And everyone's happy to hear that. So certainly thanks to the doctor who came out of the stands to lend her expertise, and that was very important for the situation, and that's really appreciated. And good luck to Jaja in a recovery. And Michelle Fortier will re-enter the ball game in Jaja's place, so we'll be underway in a moment. Plattsburg ball, Sullivan up the floor to Michelle Fortier. She attacks the basket, and Dupree picks up her 5th foul as she went to block the shot, and she knows that's her 5th foul. So Christy Dupree trots out of the ball game, and Megan Conti re-enters the game. So Dupree fouls out. She played her usual aggressive ball game. Just a junior, believe it or not, she'll be back next year. She had 9 first quarter points, shut out in the 9 first half points. She was shut out in the second half. Fortier now 2 for 4 from the foul line and 8 points in the ball game. Provost for Peru. 3 minutes to play in this one. A 60-48 lead for Plattsburg High School. And they tie up Phillips. And what Phillips has to learn to do is protect that ball on a rebound. You can't be tied up. You have to move quicker with it, bring it out, and get the quick outlet.
Pass. That's right.
And so the Hornets, I think, have to work on that, as if they expect to go into sectional play or go for the CVAC championship. That will be one thing. Kayleen McCool got the leg in there on Jill Fortier, and she's tossed out of the game. I don't know if she said something after that or not, but McCool put out of the ball game, and I don't understand why. I don't know what happened, but I saw her get the leg in there as part of the defense. I didn't think it was anything flagrant. Maybe she did say something.
She must have said something to Al.
She must have, because official Al Rose put her right off the bench and out. So Jill Fortier goes to the foul line for Plattsburg High School, her first trip there tonight. And she'll have a couple of shots, and it'll be Plattsburg ball. .246 to play. Phillips worked for the shot. And Peru ball, but down by too much. I'm afraid when you're down by 12 with 2:22 to play. Oh, fouled in 3-point range.
Right here, Foxy. You make all 3 of those.
Angel Haynes will go to the foul line. She's 0 for 1 from there tonight, but she's there for the trifecta. 2 shots? 3, yeah. I thought she was in 3-point range. Haynes 1 for 1. 60-49. Remains 60-49. And Haynes hits 2 of 3 to make it 60-50. Thanks to Laura Gagnon. She's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer tonight, doing a great job as always. She's our top videographer on our chain of command, I'll tell you that. Fortier to Fortier. Christensen guards Jill Fortier. Dishes to the senior Michelle Fortier. Sullivan inside, knocked away from Phillips. She scrambled after it into the chairs. I'd get her out of there. When that happens, I'd say put in Chris Hartman or Karen Sherman. Get somebody else out onto the court now. 60-50 with 1:49 to play, and we have a foul.
That's going to be Laura's 5th foul, I believe.
Yep. We think so too. Beth O'Neill tears off the jersey, tosses it over her shoulder, and Phillips fouls out. Beth O'Neill will re-enter the ball game. It's 60-50 with 1:48 to play. And as I look at my watch, it's been a long ball game.
Yes, it has.
It's been a long ball game. Megan Conti, one of our favorite Lady Indians, at the foul line for 2 shots. Swish.
Now it's 9, Foxy. Are you still confident?
I believe that Plattsburg will win this one. I've already stated that, but stranger things have happened.
Now it's 8.
60-52. A steal here and a 3-point shot, and Michelle Fortier.
Oh, in and out.
Rebound. Proctor, and she's fouled, and Proctor will go to the line. Now I'm watching the clock, Goose.
There's a lot of time here, Foxy. This game is in the bag.
I'll play the role of nervous coach. 1:35 to play. 60-52 as the Peru Lady Indians mount a comeback.
Now, I believe Jenna's a pretty good foul shooter.
Pretty good. 3 for 3 tonight.
So that can cut it to 6.
Goose, you're giving me sweaty armpits. 60-53. I will add this, Goose. Didn't I say long ago, never count the Peru Indians,
That's right,
ladies or men, out of a ball game in the Indians' teepee. Proctor will have one more foul shot. There's timeout on the court with 1:35 to play in the 4th. And it's Plattsburg High School 60 and Peru Central 53. And one of our favorite sports fans, Goose, is in the audience. Larry DeLong here to watch the ball game. He had a big announcement.
Where do I know him from?
Where
do I know him
We'll
from?
say it in a minute. Jenna Proctor at the line for a big foul shot. Rebound, Haynes, stolen Plattsburg. Larry DeLong, a member of the Empire Football League's #1 chain gang. That's right, let me tell you. The whole gang will be back next year is the announcement. It's an official announcement that when Larry said that, he got applause from a lot of people who are sitting around him. The Empire Football League's finest chain gang will be back.
Oh.
Proctor all alone to the hoop and was fouled.
You got it. Because she would have made do. That's a good foul, though.
1:30. It's just a few seconds have ticked off the clock.
right.
The lead is at 7. It could be down to 5.
Yes.
Proctor's hit 4 of 5. 5 of 6.
She's solid from the foul line, Proctor. She's had a good game.
She's going for her 20th point right here. That's her season high. Proctor has 20, and it's 60-55 with 1:30 to play. Plattsburg ball. They cannot afford to turn it over. They need to get a good shot. Plattsburg needs a bucket. Peru with the momentum. 1:15 to play. Sullivan in and out. Rebound more. No, won't go. Tipped by O'Neill. Peru ball. Christensen to Conti. Now Peru needs the good shot to cut it to 3. Inside to Proctor. They need the good shot. Proctor kisses the glass. Goose, the lead is down to 3. It's 60-57. O'Neill.
Plattsburg shouldn't go for a shot to take time off the clock. Make them foul you.
40 seconds. Plattsburg by 3. Plattsburg by 3 with 33 seconds. Shot clock at 7. Jill Fortier hits it.
Good patience by the Hornets, Foxy. Good patience.
Conti. Tipped away, it'll be Peru ball. Peru ball. 62-57. Let me tell you.
Good patience by the Hornets that last time down there. They didn't take a quick shot. They knocked some.
Oh, block! Conti was blocked by Jill Fortier. Jill Fortier, 2 huge plays. Sullivan fouled by Proctor, and that's her 5th. Just 11 seconds on the clock. Plattsburg hanging on for its life here.
You look a little nervous, Fox.
In a battle for first place, and this has been all the ball game we hoped for.
That's
Peru
right.
at 5-0, Plattsburg at 4-1 in the CVAC. Proctor fouls out with 20 points in an outstanding ball game.
Oh, I guess so.
Keely Sullivan to the foul line. Her first trip there tonight, she'll have 2 shots. 2 shots. Plattsburg by 5 with 11 seconds.
Foul shot, boys.
Now, if I'm Plattsburg, I don't want to foul Peru. They're going to earn those points with the clock running.
Oh.
Tie up for the ball. Possession arrow to Peru with 8 seconds. 62-57 and just 8 seconds remaining for Peru. They have to get a quick shot. You got to hit a quick 3. Provost does. Loose ball at the buzzer. Plattsburg hangs on to win it.
Excellent game, Foxy.
Plattsburg just 10 points in the final quarter, but 7 of those by Kristen Moore. Peru, just 2 field goals in the final quarter, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 foul shots.
They made their foul shots. That was important. That kept them, real close, Foxy.
So they outscore Plattsburg 13-10 in the final quarter. Well played game all around both sides. It was a barn burner.
Both teams played real hard, Foxy. Every time you thought that Peru was going to be put away, they'd make a run back at it every single time, So, Coach Connie's got to be happy the way his team played. Hey, it was a great game.
Going down the scoring for Peru Central, Christy Dupree with 9, Jenna Proctor, as we mentioned, with 20 in the ball game, 10 in each half. Megan Conti added 2 important foul shots in the 4th quarter. Provost with 8 in the ball game. Angel Haynes with 16 in the ball game for Peru. Plattsburg High School, Jaja Cabalet, 7 points. Keely Sullivan, 6 points. Michelle Fortier, 8 points, and she hit 2 3-pointers. Jill Fortier with 4 points, 2 of those key points in the closing minute of the ball game. And Laura Phillips with 12 points, and Kristen Moore leading the way, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 25 in the ball game. 12 in the first half, 13 in the second half. Goose, we had fun, and we'll be back for more varsity girls basketball.
Oh, I think so. I think it's going to be a competitive season, and you're going to see a lot of good games, Foxy. Hang on. Bring the roll lights.
Both Plattsburg and Peru now at 5-1. Thanks to Laura Gagnon for her work on camera. She's our Ronnie's Michigan's videographer. The final score, Plattsburg High School 62 and Peru Central 57. On behalf of my partner, Goose Gagnon, this is Foxy Gagnon saying good night, North Country.
You want no frosting?